All right, good morning, cyber traders. Welcome back on this lovely Tuesday on the 19th of March. Good to see you all. Margaret, Grant, good to see you back. So I see you here bright and early, Grant, Brad, everyone. Good to see everybody on social media. Looks like we're having, let me tell you, yesterday was actually a really, really good day. I was shocked on a typical Monday that we were going to have the good volatility that we had. Usually Mondays are not usually the greatest days, but we have some really good stocks we'll talk about. You also got some good movement of some good stocks that moved in this morning. We'll check them out. You got this ENVB. But just a couple of things to really cover. I know we were talking about March Madness yesterday. Some of you are like, I don't follow basketball. What's March Madness? College basketball. Listen, some of you here, obviously, you are big fans of college, and basketball is a very big market. And you're probably wondering, like, what does that have to do about the stock market? Well, DraftKings, we did really, really nice move. We were trading DraftKings, regarding about what happened with the Super Bowl and the playoffs and this and that. But listen, I don't really care for it that much. But Josh, a big fan of college, one of our instructors in here, our top instructors, and he was praising it, and DraftKings did great. I mean, look at it. You could see here, it's been trading in a channel regarding right around here, around 45. This is like when the Super Bowl was pretty much going at it. This is when the playoffs started in NFL, and you can see how it went up. But it's really channeling really strong here. The stock overall on a long-term trade looks like it's been holding up pretty steady. But regarding about a swing trade on the day trade, it was pretty awesome. And what was really nice about this trade right here is this section right here. There was a big resistance levels around 42.30 right there. Is that what it was? Yeah, 40. And if you notice, it had a nice little Fausto flag. And some people are like, oh, it's a double top that, it's going to back off. No, it busted right through it. Nice little run up from there, that 42, 40, all the way up to a nice 43.30. I mean, you're talking less than 15 minutes. What a really, really nice move. I know it was a little under some, it was in the $40 range. We're not usually a huge fan of trading expensive stocks like that, but DraftKings did really nicely. Now, the other big news that we got going on is NVIDIA is coming down a little bit. There's been a great short on this SMCI. And I know we had a new student that joined us yesterday, and I was pointing it out. I said, look at SMCI, what a great short. And we kind of explained it yesterday why SMCI was going up. You got to go back in the trading room to listen in, and we'll talk about it then. But main reason is the video was going up at one point. SMCI has been going down, and you know what? Stock had a great run up, and eventually things, whatever go up, will come down. Actually, some of the stocks that we traded yesterday that were really, really nice movers, where do you think they ended up? In the big losers list. So listen, that's the difference between day trading, short-term swing trading, and options trading. But that was a really, really good short yesterday. I know it was expensive for some of you, but if you did get it, you did really, really nice on it. I'm going to be focused right around that $800 price range. Anyway, I know they had that big announcement. NVIDIA had that big conference yesterday. And, it's funny. You're thinking of supercomputers, which is the stock SMCI, it's the name of the company. But I didn't realize that supercomputers basically makes the robots. I mean, because that's how they teamed up with NVIDIA. So it's pretty cool. I saw exactly what that was. But anyways, a really, really nice, good trade. SMCI, nice little move right there. You know what? You could have traded, if you traded one share, it was a $900 trade. If you traded 10 shares, it was basically a $9,000 trade. So anyway, you don't got to trade a lot of these shares to kind of make a really good day on it. Listen, 10 shares down 100 points, $1,000, you pretty much, there's your day. You did 5 shares, $5,000 investment, there's your $500 move. So everything is relative how we teach regarding about shares and everything else. That's the misconception people make. They think like, oh, because I have the money in the account, I could trade that stock. No, it's not how you trade. And that's what we teach you at Cyber Trade University. Anyway, regarding about the other big news that's going on, Bitcoin is down. Where's it down now? Last time I checked, it was down like 4,000. So we're down, we had that really big run up. We're down about 10,000, I want to say points, what do you want to call it? But yeah, is it still down that much? It's I had to wait to come up with my ticker. But yeah, last time I checked, it was like 4,200. So that stock came down a lot, about 10,000. Listen, the thing went up so much. I mean, like, what did you think it was going to go to? Go to 2,000, 100,000 like that? I mean, it just started. It was hovering around 40, 50. 40 really, less than a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, Coinbase obviously was benefiting from that little run up. You could see coin went to about 125 up to 275. If you want to talk about percentage movement, that's your percentage movement right there. But we can't. Some of us won't trade the Bitcoin, but it's okay. We could trade the stocks also. And you know what? If you want a good indication of where Bitcoin's at, just follow coin. That will kind of tell you. You can see coins obviously backing off right now in pre-market. It's at the lows of the day of the pre-market, and that kind of answers that. So anyway, great opportunities across the board. Now, what's going on this morning? Let's go find out. There's a couple other stocks. What am I doing? I didn't tell you about the other ones, right? So LICY was a really nice mover yesterday. What was nice about this stock, it was very inexpensive. But now once it breaks over $1, now it's a little bit better. I like to trade stocks over $1. Now $1 becomes a pretty good, support number when it comes to trading. We'll get out of the pennies. But I'm going to put LI. Let's talk the stupid pen. Pen died on me. The LICY, we'll put that on a watch list. It's gapped up a little bit. We'll check back on level 4. Do I have it up here right now? Yeah, I do actually. So let me bring this up. Let me change the screen layout on this one so we can see over here on the right. LYICY. So we got some good orders. 14,000 share bar at $112. What else we got here? You got 6,000. Not that much. I see more on level 4. See a couple of red lines right here. I got about 250. Got 100,000 sitting at 180. That's not bad, So we could definitely got some good iceberg orders right there on those stocks. Let me bring up over here because I'm looking at NVIDIA. Wrong one right there. LICY. Yeah, so you could see it didn't really get there to that 180, but we know he's out there. And remember, that is the biggest issue people have. You don't see those orders, you're trading blind. So I put that on a watch list. I would probably put this on a B list, not on the A list. GOEV was another one that moved up pretty nicely too yesterday. So that had a great pop, went from 250 all the way up to about almost $4 a trade. That stock you could see on the bottom right, long term, stock got crushed lately, but it's on the downtrend. It was a fun stock. Would I look at it today? It's got volume, it's down a little bit. I probably put this on the C list. We were watching it, but maybe I'm not super excited about it. The one I liked the best yesterday was this stock, Pixie. This thing was just unbelievable in the middle of the day. Out of nowhere, look at this chart on the stock. This was gorgeous. Right around 2 o'clock, we have an afternoon meeting. We were around, was around 2:30 we did it. Look at this good move at 2:30. Boom. Was at the highs of the day. Everything that we train you at Cyber Trade University, how to trade the clock, right? Best times, worst times to trade. Got to get in there at that time, right there at that 250. Boom. Look at that thing, right to 750. That was phenomenal. Now, obviously, it backed off. Okay, no big deal. But you know what? If you were here at the 2:30 time frame and you saw that big run up, this is all a lot of stuff happened. Right around that 3 o'clock move, and it got nasty. You could see. Look at those. This thing was moving volatile. But you know what? If you just were in there from 2:30 to 3 and you got in at 4 and you got out at 5, that's more than enough you need. Okay. Remember, you won't got to kill it. You saw what happened yesterday when we traded some of the stocks. If we didn't have a game plan on some of them and didn't get out, even though I sold cheap on some of them, you know what? They end up coming back down the way they ended up. A couple other ones also I want to put in. The IMRX that was the one I was talking about yesterday. If we didn't get out at the IMRX when we saw it run when it made this big run early this morning, for some of you that were not here, look at 9:30, it ran from 210. The thing ran to 320. I got out at 3. I got nervous, and the thing ran another 20 cents. But guess what? Came right back down to 260. It was all about following those orders. So that was another really, really nice move. And I got one more I want to talk about, Tesla. So Tesla had a really good move, a little bit more on the expensive side. The Tesla trade, I just want to talk about it. One of the students in the room, one of our new students, and she was a little, I don't want to bring up her name because she's new, and sometimes people feel uncomfortable until you're in the room. But anyway, she was taking a big loss at 160. She didn't get out at 160. she would got crushed. I said, why would you sell 160? We got a 500,000 share buyer out there on Tesla. And look what ended up. It went to 174, and she was able to break out and break even on that trade. I mean, because her average cost was there. So it's all about following the orders. Now let's go talking about what's moving this morning. We got to buy out on this FUSN. How do I know that? I just look at and see where the stock goes from 10 to 21. It's kind of flat. You can tell by the tier size, it's not really going anywhere. Scratch that one. Z-Car. Okay, Z-Car, we got a good move on this one here. Let's see what we got over here on iceberg orders. So Z-Car, I'm not really seeing that big of orders. I mean, we got one over here at $1.90 for 16,000. So we do got some orders out there, which is pretty good. So Z-Car is nice because it traded 13 million shares already in pre-market. It's got some good volatility. It's up by 50%. I like that one. ENVB. Now, this is a stock that a lot of you were trading this morning. Okay. So this stock right here had some pretty good iceberg orders that showed up. You're not going to probably see them now in here. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay. So you got that $1.32. You got 21,000, but we're at 158. Any iceberg orders? There was somebody out there early this morning, and he pulled his orders about $1.20, $1.30. His level 4. You can see him right there. You see it right there? He pulled his order, and you can see over here on the right on the COB column where he kind of minimized it. So the guy did pull out some orders out there. So that one looks pretty good. I like that one right there. ENVB. Go on the watch list. This one, big pop, came back down. Probably pass on that one. Don't like when that happens. Where are we at? 20%. Stock's got good volume, but not really moving that much. WORX, WORX. Nothing good. Once we get past 10%, we're pretty much done. The stocks that we traded yesterday that were big yesterday, like Pixie, look where it is now. It's on the biggest losers list. This is the reason what happens. You got to be listen, look what happened to Bitcoin, right? People are like, oh, look where Bitcoin is now. Bitcoin is no different than what happens with these stocks. So when some people are like, well, why is it on the losers list? It was big. You know what? If you got involved in that stock, you would have got crushed yourself too. So these are things you got to watch out. Just like my MSTR. That's a Bitcoin stock right there. Huge Bitcoin stock right there, MSTR. It's on the big losers list, down 157 points. It was at 1,800. Now it's at 1,300. That stock, you look here down at the bottom, this is all the Bitcoin move right here. Look at that, 500 all the way to 1,800. You're like, well, why is it down? Listen, that's trading. By the way, we're getting a nice little push on the ENVB. Okay, just had a good pop right there. So hopefully you guys are watching it here on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side, on the book viewer. On the losers, on the New York Stock Exchange, this stock's got good volume. I always like good volume, and I also like this stock had some pretty good iceberg orders. I don't know if they'll be here on NASDAQ book viewer, but LICY. Yeah, they're on. This is a New York Stock Exchange stock, so sometimes they're more on that one. You see these big red lines right here: 100,000 at $1.80, and another 130 at $1.50 at 250. So you can see the resistance levels already there. I like that stock. I like it. Okay. That's the one. And by the way, that's the one from yesterday. So that's how stocks turn to day trades. They turn to swing trades. It's also the second biggest volume leader on the New York Stock Exchange. As we work our way down here, you don't see anything else. Boyle on there. Oh, okay. Boyle's at big support levels, by the way. Right here, big support levels here. Big support levels at 13. If it holds here, it could probably become a good swing trade. I don't know about a day trade right now, but I will put it on the day trade list. But oil, took a very, very big hit. Could be seeing a good bounce. SMR, we know why that's on the big losers list, right? That was the one that we traded yesterday. Okay, it's down 12% today, but we don't go back to the scene of the crime, right? BBAI, that was another stock that we traded back on the losers list. Obviously, $2 stock up to $5, right back down. This is why we don't hold positions overnight. So, yeah, we're getting a nice push on that stock, ENVB. All right. So everyone on social media, anyone have any stock, anybody missing anything? Any other stocks out there? Anyone else that we're missing in the trading room? Listen, today is Tuesday. You know what Tuesday is? It's Traders Talk. Just remind everyone, we did send out the email. We'll post up the link there for everyone to kind of see on social media. So we're going to be back here again live at 11 o'clock. So make sure you're here for Traders Talk once a week. We got a lot of big events that are coming on this week. Remember, we got open house that's on Thursday. We're going to do one for the first time in a long time on Saturday. So if you're watching a recording here and you miss it, you want to come and join and ask questions to me, I'm going to do one Saturday too at 12 o'clock Eastern time too. So don't miss that. So let's get ready for the market open up. We got about less than 15 minutes, traders. So we're going to start broadcasting then. If you're watching on social media, if you have your phone on the top left-hand corner, you could scan the QR code. You could join our trading room. Just make sure you like us, friend us, ring that bell so you can get our alerts. And remember, so make sure you subscribe to all our channels. All right, everyone. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. We'll see you back in 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere.